I'm positive the Easter Bunny exists. I saw him once coming in, delivering baskets to everybody. I was shocked. I saw him walking in with baskets. It's the time of year where you get together with your family and you watch a wholesome Christmas movie, just like...
When it came to holiday spirit, Willie's never had it.
It's not real.
Well, it was real. I got sick and all the hair fell out.
How'd you get sick?
I loved a woman that wasn't clean.
Mrs. Santa?
No, it was her sister.
Oh, no.
I have an extraordinarily hot take.
Well, let's hear it.
It's very warm.
Okay.
You sitting down?
I am sitting down, yes.
I'm looking to that camera. This, Bad Santa 2003, Billy Bob Thornton, is the best Christmas movie.
Hot take alert!
That's a pretty warm take.
Yeah, I don't even know if I actually believe it. I just wanted to, it's my favorite Christmas movie. I think saying anything is the best is kind of dumb because it's, the most subjective adjective that you can add. So, that's preposterous. But I love this movie because I think it was, when it came out, it was, silly, dumb comedy. But it's actually very heartwarming. Mm-hmm. It has a message behind it. And it's, legitimately good. It's a really good Christmas movie. It's aged really well. At the time, it was, this dumb, crude Christmas movie. There were never crude Christmas movies. So it was, kind of fun and different. But I feel like over time, it has, become a staple for Christmas films.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I've seen this movie. This is not in my rotation of Christmas movies.
Really? This is my rotation of Christmas movies is this, and then, as you know, anything on Hallmark / now it's Netflix has bought that kind of either Hallmark movies or movies that have that kind of style. So, the Christmas Prince trilogy is, I watch it every single Christmas. Christmas Prince, Christmas Prince 2, Royal Wedding, and I think Christmas Prince 3 is Royal Baby. They have a child in the third one. I watch that whole trilogy every Christmas. I watch Bad Santa, and then Holiday. Just any kind of Hallmark movie. I cycle through all of them. There's new ones every single year, every week.
Yeah.
The only non-Hallmark movie that I'm guaranteed to watch is Bad Santa.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm generally with the kind of classics, right? So we're always watching Home Alone. We're always watching Trading Places. We're always watching...
I guess Trading Places.
I mean, Trading
I don't really
Places,
associate that. Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Rocky IV, too.
Rocky IV, which we 100% watch every year. Anne hates that I make her watch it. But it is a Christmas movie, and it is the most Christmas movie of all Christmas movies, because what says Christmas more than defeating communism single-handedly?
On Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day. If I can change, you can change.
Everybody can change.
And then the Cold War ended.
Yeah. But we watch those ones. We watch White Christmas. I'm trying to think, there's so many other traditional kind of Christmas movies. Elf is another one that we watch. Good. For the kids, we'll watch, we'll put on Polar Express for them.
Do you know what kind of train this is?
They like to watch that one, too.
Well, do ya?
We don't go terribly beyond our rotation.
Those are all probably better movies than A Christmas Prince and A Christmas Prince 2, Royal Wedding.
Going out on a limb there.
Or there's one. The problem with these Hallmark movies is the names are all kind of blend together, so I forget which one is which.
But the plots are all different. They're all very different.
Yeah. It's which two attractive white people are going to find love on Christmas. There's different types of white people, and Hallmark covers all the different.
All
blends.
of the white people.
There's one that I always forget the name of it. It's so bad, but it's so good. Where a girl goes back to her high school reunion and reconnects with her. It's a really deep, has a layered plot. Reconnects with her high school, the guy who liked her in high school, and they fall in love. I don't know why love is always the thing for Christmas, because it's not really associated like finding your soulmate. It has nothing to do with Christmas, really.
But it's Hallmark, so it's that's
I know. But it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
What?
But those are the ones that I cycle through, and I don't tend to watch White Christmas, which is objectively better than all of those. Excuse me. It's actually probably better than Bad Santa 2.
Yeah.
And Bad Santa 2, which is not as good as this was a mistake sequel. It's not good.
Well, most sequels are mistakes. I will die on that hill. There's only maybe a handful of sequels that are decent, let alone better. I think it's very few and far between that would ever be considered better than the first one. But like,
yeah, Empire Strikes Back, Godfather 2. Some people would argue.
Yeah, some people would argue that.
I would probably argue that too.
Yeah.
That's probably about it, right?
But I mean, yeah.
Terminator 2 was good.
Terminator 2, because Terminator 1 was more of like, most people don't go back and watch Terminator 1 because it's kind of a little bit of a harder watch, even though it's the beginning of that whole trilogy. Terminator 2 is really where people dive in. So I guess if you kind of start it and treat Terminator 1 as a prequel, where Terminator 2 really is the first in the series, then you have Terminator 3, which was enjoyable. Like, it was okay. It was fine.
I've never rewatched it, so I don't know for sure. But Bad Santa 2 I saw it in theaters on Christmas Eve, I believe, or Christmas Day. I want to say it was one of the two, and it was not as good. It was just like this one is crude, but like has like, it was very heartwarming, where Billy Bob Thornton's character gets the pink elephant for Thurman Merman, which is one of the funniest characters in like the history of Christmas movies. The scene where he makes a wooden pickle for Billy Bob Thornton, and it has blood, which a wooden pickle is just like a wooden rectangle, and it has blood all over it.
Why'd you paint it brown?
It's not paint, it's blood from when I cut my hand making it for you.
Funniest scene in any Christmas movie ever. But like at the end when he gets the elephant for the kid, and then he gets shot, and then he goes to prison, whatever. It's very heartwarming. It's very nice. I don't know if that's what they intended. I think they wanted it to be like a crude, stupid movie, but I get choked up a little bit.
I mean, it is a crude, stupid movie. I mean, this is the movie that holds the record for having the most profanities in a Christmas movie.
God damn it!
I'm not surprised. I don't even know what would be second.
The word fuck appears 159 times. Shit, 73. Ass, 31. Bitch, 10. And one bastard. And a partridge in a pear tree.
I was say Thurman Merman. He's the one bastard. He's his dad. You would think ass would be used more than fuck. Like, us fuck has more versatility.
Yeah.
You can be fucking, fucked.
Wumboing.
It does not approach South Park levels.
Yeah, with the episode.
So
shit.
it's still,
yeah.
Still below. But, the actors they found a way to kind of be a part of that too. Like Billy Bob was actually drunk during a lot of the filming. We go back to talking about Half-Baked and how they were high during that. Billy Bob was drunk during this. And in fact, during the escalator fall scene, he was completely wasted. He drank 3 glasses of red wine for breakfast. And he followed that up with a couple of vodka cranberries and some Bud Lights. So he was wasted. Just wasted, yeah.
I used to be afraid of escalators when I was a kid at the mall.
Like your shoelace getting caught into the thing?
Shoelace, or I would like watch when I'm going up is not a problem, but going down, I was afraid I was going to step on a crack and fall down the thing.
That I never had a problem with, but my mom kind of instilled, like, make sure your shoes are tied before you get on that escalator, because if your shoelace gets caught under the escalator, it's gonna like pull you under. Yeah, so like then all I'm thinking about is like, are my shoes tied? Am I gonna get like sucked? Am I gonna get like sucked under? And like, I'm pretty sure that there have been plenty of horror movies where they've done just that, where like a kid has their shoelace untied and they go on an escalator and the shoelace gets sucked underneath and they get pulled under, and like the teeth of the escalator is just
seen
like
this movie.
I'm not saying it is a movie. I'm guessing that this is something that has.
That'd be a good like the Sharknado Thanksgiving kind of trend.
Yeah.
Killer escalator.
Trademarked now. Trademarked. That's ours now. Like Hollywood, don't you dare steal it. The killer escalator is ours. Did you know that this was John Ritter's last appearance? Speaking of killer escalators.
Oh, way to go out.
You ain't going to SHIT right for a month.
Unfortunately, this was his last appearance, and they dedicated the movie to him.
Before he was killed by an escalator.
Yeah. I just have a couple more points. The Czech Republic, this movie is called Santa is a Pervert. That's the name of this movie.
That would be a eye-catching title. If that was on Hallmark, I would immediately click on that.
Well, I mean, if it's on Hallmark, you're watching it anyways. Forget
Right,
about if
right,
it's Santa is a pervert, but
Well, I read the descriptions before I watch them.
well, just so that you know which type of white the movie
Well,
is.
some of them are ridiculous.
Well, some of them.
Yeah, a lot of them are just like girl owns bake shop that her family owned, and her dad died on Christmas 5 years, or mom usually died on Christmas 5 years prior or something, and then she, from being the baker, meets the man. Like that traditional plot line,
Yeah.
which is more realistic, is more palatable.
Yeah.
Some of them just like jump the shark and are ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure that all of them are ridiculous. Now, granted, I have not watched the Hallmark movies, so I can't. I just can't bring myself to.
They're
watch
only
them.
like 80 minutes too. That's why it makes it easy.
I mean,
Which I think all movies should be 80 minutes.
80 minutes
One
long.
theory I have, yeah. Big side thing. Do you take your kids to go see Mall Santas?
We have not in the past couple of years, but we have like a couple of times we go down to Marshall Fields. I'm not going to call it Macy's, but we go down to Marshall Fields downtown and go do the Santa thing there. We've gone out to Woodfield to go
That's
see
where I would used to go as a kid.
Santa out there. And then I feel like the kids' school and our parish, like they've done a Santa thing, and so like we've.
Do they think it's actually Santa?
I think that the oldest one now now is in on the whole thing.
It's a
like,
stand-in for Santa.
Um,
Because we would go to Woodfield and I would sit on Santa's lap and read my Christmas list and whatever. But even as a kid, I'm pretty sure I knew that this was just some teenager making a minimum wage job. But I don't know why I went along with it because of that.
I mean, I don't
It's
know.
a weird. Mall Santas are a weird tradition.
Yeah, I mean, it's true, especially because like maybe you see a Santa in one place, but then you see a Santa in another place, and then you have to like rectify that in the kid's head, and like it's really hard to be able to like give that justification. But
You can
Yeah.
you could tell your kid that. So I believe in Bigfoot, right? But I believe there's more than one Bigfoot.
Big
like
feet.
Yeah, it's a species that there's like 6 of them or 100. I don't know. Like that's the most plausible theory about Bigfoot existing.
But how is it? I'm sorry, but how is it that you like nobody has seen a Bigfoot?
What are you talking about? Somebody saw Bigfoot like 3 weeks ago.
It was a human.
You don't know that.
I mean, come on.
We don't know what it was. I'm just saying. You said nobody has seen a Bigfoot.
Well, nobody has seen a Bigfoot other than like crackpot like.
So the theory. I'm not saying I believe in Bigfoot. I'm saying I'm agnostic to Bigfoot. Let me back it up.
Okay.
The theory is that in the Pacific Northwest, there's so much land that humans just don't go to that it's possible that there's a bunch of like gorilla, bear, whatever Bigfoot's supposed to be, that just kind of like it's a species that exists. Like the Komodo dragon was a myth until the Komodo dragon was found in 1912 or whatever.
So then why is it that with all the technology that we have, why haven't people put like trail cameras, like just
Because
spread them
these
out
are
all
like
over the place?
deep in like the hills.
Yeah, so
It's like an Appalachia. Like there's like the mountain people.
yeah, so like you get out like if you're a Bigfoot hunter, why do you not go, okay, here's what I'm doing this weekend. I'm going to drive out to remote bumblefuck Oregon, and I'm going to get into these woods.
I think people do this.
And I'm going to take these trail cameras, and I'm going to set them up. And the trail cameras will have enough battery for several days, if not weeks. And then I'm going to let them be, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to get those cameras, and that's how I'm going to catch a Bigfoot.
I think people do that.
Okay, so then why have they not
Because
found
there's
a,
so
why have they not
there's-
found a
there's-
Bigfoot?
There's so much vast land, and it's so deep in the woods that it's just kind of hard to. The point is, the theory that you could tell your kids is that there's more than one Santa. Like Santa's just like there's a bunch of them.
I
Kinda
mean,
like Bigfoot.
we already have a theory. I mean, we just tell them. We say, this is somebody who is a helper for Santa, so he dresses up like Santa, and he...
Do you feel bad lying to your kids that much?
I probably lie to my kids about worse things than that. I mean, that's part of being a parent, is lying to your children.
Do they believe? I hope they never see this. Do they believe in?
They will probably see this at some point.
Okay, well, hopefully in 10 years from now.
Yeah,
Do
hopefully.
they believe in the Easter Bunny? Because I never believed in the Easter Bunny.
I mean, I don't know about the oldest one, but the youngest one I think still does.
But
we don't really like
it
ham
was
that
so
up,
it was so preposterous of a notion.
Yeah.
But in 8th grade, so 14 years old, my 8th grade math teacher, I don't know if she was just insane or she thought we still believed in the Easter Bunny. She told our class that she's like, I'm positive the Easter Bunny, she was dead serious. She's like, I'm positive the Easter Bunny exists. I saw him once coming in, delivering baskets to everybody. She was like, I was shocked. I saw him walking in with baskets. And all my friends and I were after were like, how stupid does she think we are? We're 14 years old. And she was like dead serious. I'm like, or is she insane?
Maybe a little column A, a little column B.
Actually, in 7th grade, too, I had a teacher say that she saw Santa on the roof once.
I mean, look, it's possible that you could still get somebody about that age that still believes.
I don't think so.
I mean, it's not probable, but it is possible. It is definitely possible.
That reminds me of that Trump phone call with like I think the kid was 11 or 10, and he's like, do you still believe in Santa? And he's like, because he had 11, it's kind of marginal, right? If you still believe or not.
Are you still a believer in Santa? Because at 7, it's marginal, right?
Again, we don't like hammer the whole Easter Bunny thing. And we don't really hammer the Santa Claus thing other than, Santa Claus is a tool to get the children to behave. Although it's weird because Santa doesn't really come into the picture until about October-ish.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's no discussion about Santa until about October. So the kids can really have a good 9 months of being really shitty before Santa starts looming over them, and then they start behaving for those last couple of months.
You should put like a one chunk of coal in something just to.
Believe me, I thought about it, and I thought about I got overridden on this. They have at Target chocolate in the shape of coal.
That's pretty good.
I was like, I'm putting this in their stockings. I don't care. And Anne was like, don't do that. Like you're gonna traumatize these kids. I was like, good. Like maybe then this time they'll think twice about being terrible to each other. And
I might have said this on a previous Christmas app. I was becoming skeptical of Santa until one year my dad was going on a big diet. And my mom, I don't know why she even said this. She could have just said, just don't leave cookies or put cookies out, and she'd put them back in the bag. She's like, instead of milk and cookies tonight, why don't you put out almonds? And my dad, that was his go-to snack. He'd just eat almonds all the time. And I'm like, all right, I get it now. Anyway, I don't have like a ton to say. Just that Thurman Merman is the greatest Christmas character in any Christmas movie.
It's a great name, too.
This is an incredible Christmas movie. What I said at the beginning was just a grandiose statement just for the sake of it.
Liar!
But I do think this is like a really, really, really good Christmas movie.
Maybe I'll have to add it to the rotation this year.
Yeah, watch it after Rocky IV.
Yeah.
It's a good palate cleanse after like the high of the Cold War ending.
Maybe I should watch it before Rocky IV because then even though it's like got a heartwarming ending, like the kind of shittiness of a lot of the movie leading into then the heartwarming of Rocky defeating communism.
One thing to my kid who should be home sleeping. Merry Christmas, kid!
Yeah, and then
the Night on a High, Hearts on Fire, all of that, montage.
Then watch Christmas Prince.
Palace is a lonely place for a king without a queen.
I think this is actually, I bet when this came out, the score was like in the 6s, and I think it's creeping up, and it's like a 7-1.
I was going to say 7-1. I think that probably it's becoming kind of cult status.
Yeah.
So, 7-1.
7.1.
Look at that. That's never happened before.
That's 2. That's 2 for you. 2 in a row.
Yeah. Well, now you've given away that we record these in the same day.